Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to an exciting new episode of Sofa Talks. We are your hosts,
Kim
and Ole, and we're thrilled to have you join us today. Whether you are a returning listener or tuning in for the first time, we want to extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to our Sofa Talks.
And if you enjoy what you hear today and want to stay connected with our podcast and us, we invite you to hit that subscribe button. By subscribing, you never miss an episode, and you'll be part of our growing community of listeners. Also, of course, feel free to share.
So, without further ado, let's dive right into today's episode of Sofa Talks with Ole and
Kim. Hi, beautiful one, and welcome to our Sofa Talk again.
How are you? I want to say that it's amazing to be back in touch with you. We get beautiful, beautiful comments from people who were with us back in the lockdown days in Spain. And for some, it feels like we're back chapter 2. People are still getting back into a situation where they're starting to long for their tribe, their family, their close friends, and that apparently our talks is a help during these times.
Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. We've had quite a few days of rain, and now it's official here, apparently, that the government have sprayed the skies to make rainy days. Don't know why, but it's bizarre when you hear so-called normal people talking about it, and nobody's reacting.
No, I saw it, and I told you, and the government in Bali just said, yeah, now they basically said we modified the weather so it's going to rain until the 10th of July. So we're like, okay, and it actually did. It rained every day, which we're in the dry season here. So of course it still rains now and again because it's tropical, but not over a week drowned in a row. And it was it was bad.
I saw a chemtrail yesterday again. It's not normal to see them here.
No, we don't
not
really
at
get
all,
them
thank
here.
God. So, yeah. They did it during the G20 as well. It was in the newspapers that they were seeding the sky to get a blue sky during the meeting. And here we are having a gray sky. But today it's blue again. Happy days.
Yeah, it's beautiful time here. Yeah, so I'm...
You had quite a few reactions to our last talk.
Yeah, that was...
Very brave of you, I think, to speak so openly and transparent.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I felt like it was okay to share it because I feel that it might have, put a seed in somebody else's mind, or because I'm still not drinking and I'm feeling I've got lots more energy. And I feel that the alcohol for me, even though that I'm not alcoholic in that way, but I feel that the alcohol has been a distraction. It's a distraction from whatever we use to these external powers that are so accepted in society and comes from really, really bad, I don't know what to call them, the assholes in the top, like the cigarette companies or the tobacco companies and so I'm feeling good. I got lots more energy. I had a sleep in this morning till 7 o'clock. That hasn't happened I can't remember. I woke up and it's 7. It's light. I'm up at between 5:30 these days, which is pitch black.
4 times.
Sometimes, yeah. The rooster isn't even awake. The cats are going, what are you doing?
And now we have a bat problem.
Yes, we have a bat problem.
I mean, who have ever heard about bat problems? I hadn't. But now we have a bat or two that comes in, since we don't have walls or an outer wall for our living room and kitchen area, since we live in Bali. This bat or his friends, I don't know how many they are, they come hang upside down and eat some berries from our ceiling, so we come out every morning. We don't hear them.
No.
It's not like there's a party going on, but we come out and boom, on the floor.
Yeah, it looks like it's only one though, but yeah, I don't know what to do. But I'm looking at different things to spray with essential oils. Yeah, I sprayed with a bit of eucalyptus. Apparently they don't like that, but that didn't work. Because killing bats they're the night pollinators. I mean, when everything stops in the day with the bees and everything, the bats are pollinating during the night. So they're really important animals.
I had no idea. But
no, they do. They're amazing.
Whoever mentioned killing them?
No, but normally,
you know, this is not a drive-through, so please go hang somewhere else.
Yeah, or maybe we need to put on walls in our kitchen living area. No.
Or maybe we just, once the berries are not delicious anymore, they will not come back.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Or we should maybe just put a sign up saying, please, bat-free zone.
Yeah, that could work.
It's not Gotham City, so...
No. All right, so...
But otherwise than that, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing... I'm looking into different things, and we got so many stuff in the pipeline at the moment, so it's... I love having all these balls in the air and juggling, and I'm doing podcasts with Emmylou, I'm writing, I'm painting, I'm doing work together with you, so yeah, it's rolling on pretty good, I think.
Yeah, and we had some issues when we renovated this house we're renting. It became really quite traumatic there for a while. But now, through an incredible donation, we're able to start again, and we're healing the house while we're speaking. So, yeah, that is an amazing feeling. But when these workers this time, I hope, are really good, it feels like that. I just felt sick to my stomach, just the whole thing. I didn't know why I was feeling so awful and irritated and tensed and light green in my face. But then you mentioned that maybe it's because...
It's trauma.
Yeah, because it was traumatic for me, at least, for all of us. But thank God we got half a wall done, now tiled, and it looking really pretty.
Yep.
So that is good news in combination with a blue sky. I mean, can you ask for anything better? Well, you can, but this is a really good step forward. Yeah,
for sure. So shall we share a little bit about the huge project we got in the pipeline? That do you want to go or shall I go?
Well, it's 25 years now.
Well, 20 at least.
That when we started coming up with a dream about creating not a community, not a hotel, not a business, not a
retreat center,
but what we were dreaming about was to find a place in the world with this type of climate. We didn't know about Bali at that point, but to make ourselves a beautiful, beautiful home, Balinese style, and then have a big plot of land so that there would be no problems with suddenly other, getting a hotel close by or whatever, in these areas. But a big plot of land, and then have other...
We're looking at between 3 and 4 hectares, just so you know.
Yeah, other villas or bungalows with quite a distance in between, so that there's complete privacy in between, but maybe up to around 10 villas, that could then be for change makers and beautiful people from around the world with the same
I love the word light-minded. Ole came up with this amazing word. We're brainstorming with a friend of ours here in Bali, and we were sitting thinking about names and how we're going to present this concept, and Ole just mounted, what about light-minded? But you just said it in, and both we were going, whoa, light-minded, that's amazing. But
that's exactly it, light-minded people.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who they are, but it has to be like-minded people with a massive big heart, a very small ego under control, and preferably with a skill set that could be no, but it would be great with people that are good in certain areas. You know, if it's anything from gardening to being from all over. But that's just a plus in on it. So, but like-minded, like a tribe that would be pulled together, and where everybody could own their own house, freehold or leasehold. It's a very confusing situation here in Bali, but we are on top of it, and so that this could be like a community, but not a community.
So can I specify a little bit?
Go.
Because I'm sitting here like, yeah, maybe explain. Because it's important for us to have, everybody has their own privacy. Yet again, we will build as well on the same piece of land a huge, I don't know what to call it, but shala, or because here you need a foundation, but you don't need walls. A bamboo structure where we can have between 200 and 250 people gathering, and that could be any type of workshop, speakers, educational programs, anything. But it's so that's going to be on the piece of land as well. Also, I envision a kind of a big barn. Where we have music and video studio for recordings of any type of recording, whether it be audio or film or interviews, and then an art studio as well. And we also want to incorporate all the locals around, because the people here, the Balinese people, are just amazing. So incorporate them and everything to our sustainable food and how we build. So we really build in the way that we do least harm to Mother Nature and this beautiful island. So everybody will have their own private piece of land, their own private villa. They're going to be 2 or 3 bedrooms, and their own pool or a communal pool. We haven't sussed everything out yet. We're working on all the details. But also for people to come and live either full-time in Bali or part-time. And when they're not here, that of course will be a passive income, because Bali villas here that are nice, they don't stand empty. It's an amazing passive income. So it is an investment. It's a sanctuary where people that are coming on board with us with this can have a safe haven, basically, because the food will be completely organic that we grow. We're gonna have chickens for the eggs. Some people might eat the chickens. I won't.
No, not our chicken.
Well, you love chicken.
Yeah, but not our chicken. I will defend my girls.
Yeah, I won't eat the chickens, but I'm not going to stop, if it's not going to be like rigid, yeah, this is vegan, this is this. And also we have a beautiful friend that is coming to Bali soon, who's amazingly knowledgeable and has been to Bali many times around Ayurveda. And Ayurvedic treatments here in this country, and especially this island, is absolutely astonishing in how it can help heal, especially a lot of people that has been jabbed. Her vision is also to let people in that haven't got thousands and thousands of dollars, because it costs a lot to go to these Ayurvedic cleansing. You have to stay a month or whatever to open the door to the people that might not be able to afford it in the future. So we're always looking at win-win solution, and it's so exciting because soon we haven't got the piece of land yet, but we know exactly which areas in Bali, because we've been driving around this island now for almost 3 years. So we know where we want to be. We know where the food garden basically is in Bali, and we have also specified that we want river and preferably 1 or 2 waterfalls on the land.
Oh my God.
So yeah, that's a little bit of sum up. So if you're interested,
so also as much off the grid as possible. self-sustainable,
Yeah.
in balance with Mother Earth, Mother Nature. There will be some rules. Mostly it will be the rules of the heart. It will not be a community. It will not be an organization. It will not be anything that can be infiltrated or controlled or big egos coming in. It is our attempt to create a beautiful, beautiful paradise on earth, and where people with my dream is that we got a network of incredible change makers from around the world.
Yeah.
When I bring them together, we have brought them together, the times we have done it, it's like watching fireworks go off, because it just becomes so creative, like a night, an evening around a fire. It can just like take off in all different incredible ways. And also these people bring in big networks, so real change can happen very fast.
Yeah, very creative.
And so I hope, my vision is that this will be like a pulsating chakra of beautiful creativity that will affect the rest of the world. Not a big place, the effect amazing.
And what we see as well, maybe depending on, because this is actually the first time we go out and talk about it, and we are later on today we are sending out to our closest one, not our big mail list, which is thousands and thousands of people from our website, but we're going to wait a little bit and just send out first of all to our closest network. Well, closest. Ole is making the list, and around the world we're up to, I think, 400 people or something. So looking at a piece of land, I said maybe 10 villas is not going to be enough. It might be 20, but still it depends also on the piece of land, how big. But if it's 4 hectares, that's big enough for 20 villas. But it's not going to be bigger than that. We've put the ceiling to that. And yes, community, no, but it's still going to be some guidelines and also a small community fee for all the staff that we're going to need to keep this maintained. The gardener, there are amazing gardeners here that know how to organically, which we have done in a small amount here where we live. So they came in and put elephant manure. That's what we get here in Bali. There's sadly an elephant park, or a couple actually, which is the best fertilizer here. And so yeah, it will be a small monthly community fee. I don't want to call it, what do you call it? We try to find another word, so please help us, because as soon as you start talking about community, people think, oh my God, I don't want to sit in the board meeting and blah, blah, blah. Neither do we. So we came up, is it a meeting hub? Is it I don't know what to call it. We haven't come up with a good kind of, we call it Sama Sama Light. That's the work name of our project at the moment.
Sama Sama means
welcome. You're welcome.
You're welcome. It's when you give something, and then when you give somebody something, and the one person says thank you, you say
Sama
you're
Sama.
welcome. Sama Sama. It was the very first word we
ever learned. Yeah, Sama Sama.
And then everything we do, we connect with light. So Sama Sama Light.
You're welcome light, basically, if you direct translate it.
Yeah, and I love that name.
Yeah. But it might not be that name because it's, so that's as well, come up with names, suggestions, or anything else. So, but it's exciting to kind of let it out there, and the energy around this. Ole and I have, especially me, come up with so many ideas during our 25 years together. And sometimes it feels like the mind really, really think this is a good idea. And the heart is kind of there as well, but life is going, no. This is one time in Spain when our boys left, they moved to Sweden, and we thought, what we're going to do now? Emmylou was only 8, I think, maybe 7, 8. And we wanted to move to Sri Lanka. Do you remember? So we sold all our furniture, everything.
But say why?
No, because Nalini, our spiritual teacher's guru, her teacher, Swami Satchidanandaji, he had his first tiny little place when he came from India in Sri Lanka. and that place is just basically his house. It's not an ashram. It's nothing special, like, but it was his first where he started teaching and sharing. So, and that place needed somebody else to take care of it.
Yeah, because visitors come.
Yeah, visitors came, and you just, to maintain it basically. So we just felt like, yeah, we can do that. Absolutely, have fun. We were so into the yoga philosophy and everything at that time.
We even gave away our cat.
Yeah.
We were that determined to.
That's 11 years ago now. We were like, yeah. But life just gave us red light, red light, red light. And at the end we were like, I don't think it's meant to be this. It's not meant to be. And also in Sri Lanka, the devotees of Swami Sachidananda went, well, wouldn't it be more practical and actually logical to have somebody local that speaks the language? And so we understood completely. But with this Sama Sama Light, the energy is just rolling in an amazing way. It's just like, okay, the timing is now, it's meant to be. We have the right contacts, we have amazing contacts. And I mean, you getting contacted by somebody the other day who doesn't even know about this, asking you, do you know anywhere in the world where I can invest? And
But this is so funny because like this person you're talking about, I met in Paris
years ago.
Yeah, I went there with a cameraman filming to make a documentary sort of undercover. It was after the Bataclan attacks. Quite scary to be there doing these filming, but anyway we did. And then I met up with this film producer who was thinking about making a documentary with me, which never happened. Once again, happened quite a few times, but it's coming to fruition with many of these things. Anyway, at one of these film parties I met apparently this filmmaker who I affected in a positive way regarding not jabbing her child, and in many different ways apparently. And now she contacted me saying, we're really, really looking. Have you got any idea about something like this? This is exactly what we're in the process. And also we were just contacted by an old friend from Spain that I met yesterday, who's also, I feel, in the process of... There's so many people that want the same thing, similar things. I mean, all over the place, small little communities, towns, off the grid, going back to basic...
eating ecologically.
Yeah.
And coming back to source in ourselves, and so it's exciting. And I can hear you that are listening. You probably go, yeah, but what's the price? What's the price? We don't know at the moment. We are working on it. Prices in Bali has gone up probably more than 30% after COVID. It's crazy here to find the house to rent long term. It's not cheap if you want to live Western quality, if you want to have air condition and pool and everything like that. So, but land we can still find in the area. So we are in the process of speaking to architectures and doing so.
Architectures.
That's not a word.
That's not. It is, but
it's
not.
Funny how these words come up, and I'm
I don't know if you can talk.
Sometimes
to them,
I think I'm fluent, and then I go like, what did I just say?
Anyway, but over the few years we've been here, we've been going through a lot, both good and bad. And these good and bad experiences have opened doors with connections to quality people, quality workmen. So now we have a really good network, I feel, when it comes to people in the construction business, architects, also people that are connected, have connections into government and other areas which are extremely important here, because if things can go strange here, and it's like they say, it's not what you've done or whatever, it's who you know, that's the way out. So
and also this guy that you stumble over, the Finnish guy that is amazing with cyber security and everything like that. So it feels like life is giving us green lights, and when we send out, if you're not on our mailing list, you can just sign up from our website, that's free. We will send out to everybody, but after yeah, we're gonna send out to the close knit group first, and then. But if you are interested, you just drop me an email to kim@lightonconspiracies.com, and we will put you on the list and then feed you. We're also gonna make a private, dedicated group where we will post news and. Yeah, to keep everybody that is interested in the loop, if you're seriously interested. If you just want the information, basically, we're going to have some rules around that as well. We're not going to just spread everything because it's our baby.
One thing I think is really funny is because when we planned the house 20 odd years ago,
2001, we made the drawings.
Yeah, I still have the drawings.
Me too.
And I could not fit in the walls.
No.
I could not see the walls.
And we were in cold Mallorca at the time.
Yeah,
Spain.
We had no idea about Indonesia at all. But we both knew the climate. It has to be somewhere where you can walk bare feet all year long, all year round. So
what's up with our English today?
I don't know. We've had a sleep in
for
the first time ever.
Awake.
So I remember you saying, but we don't know. We don't even know where it is. I said, I know exactly where it is. And on a map, you look at the equator, and it's just like it. I pointed on the world map, and it's just like this atlas. You got the equator. The climate zone is there. That means like a rectangle.
Yeah, but you kind of
somewhere,
need a country, though.
I know, but we know it's somewhere within this area.
Yeah.
Little did I know that it was Bali.
Yeah.
I had and the first time we came to Bali, we did not like it at all.
No, we didn't. But we only gave it 4 days.
Yeah, but
in
the
Canggu.
traffic was crazy.
No, but we were in the crazy. That's like going to Mallorca, to Magaluf, and saying, I don't like Mallorca. You haven't seen it.
No, you have not.
No.
And it's the same. I mean, right after they open up Bali again, traffic is crazy in certain areas.
Yeah.
And but there's other areas that are just divine. And these are the areas we're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely.
I also want to say how important it is for us to be in close contact with the locals of that area, so that we do not step on anyone's toes, but we
involve them
and also.
But it will be like that automatically, because the houses that will be on the piece of land, as soon as we do an event, whatever that might be, it will be so many people coming from the island and from outside the island, from different parts of the world, and then we can incorporate the local small hotels, particularly, everything around, restaurants, catering, and everything like that. We might have somebody else run a small restaurant on the property. Because that's nice for somebody that would like to do that
as well. That I think, an Indian restaurant owner we know.
Amazing Indian food, the best on the island. Yeah, he's really good, Mike. So that's our big news that is rolling out very fast. And here in Bali, they build pretty fast as well, because building houses in Bali, you don't need any isolation. Well, basically you don't need walls, but then you don't have the air conditioning, so you want walls at least in the bedrooms.
I love that.
Other than that, you're fine with fans, and that's what we have. And also in the areas, because we're not looking, it's a little bit inland, so it goes tiny bit cold. It's funny with Bali because there's so many different climate zones. If you go up in the middle of the island where you got more mountains, well, actually there are volcanoes, it's freezing. I mean, you really have to put socks on and a wind jacket and hoodie. Yeah, I love it for 24 hours. Then I'm like, let's go home to the heat. Emmylou loves it because she likes the cold, so she's going up there on Friday.
And rain. She loves driving around getting freezing cold in the rain. She's born in hot Spain, so.
Yeah. Now, this period, which is the most beautiful in Europe, it's sad actually, because this June, July, August is the most perfect climate. If you're in our area, it's a bit cooler. It's the coolest period now we have, so it's beautiful. So anyway, guys, if you have any ideas We have never done this before, but we have had the vision for more than 20 years. We've been talking about it off and on for 20 years. We've been fine-tuning how we would like it. First it was another shape, but now we're doing like this. And it's going to be amazing to see the off-plan drawings and the videos. And I mean, it's going to be well presented. And of course with prices and everything as well. So there's many different solutions. But like we said, just drop me an email and we put you on the Summer Light list.
There was this movie with Kevin Costner, or I think, anyway, it was about a baseball player who didn't have the funds, but he had the dream and the vision. And he was advised, just go ahead, do it. Don't wait for the money to come. Make the vision become real, and the funding will come. We're doing the exact same thing because we have not the money to do this ourselves, but the vision is there and the intention, and also the network. The more I look through the network, especially around what I'm doing, it's like incredible people, absolutely amazing people. And over the years, I've gathered all the emails and all, and now it's like I look through and like, whoa, I forgot about that one. Whoa, what about that one? So
it's going to be interesting to see who, you know.
Yeah, very much so.
Because, but I mean, even if it's people that we've never met before, it's fine because we all have our own plot and villa, and when we want to see each other or somebody wants to organize something, you come or you don't. Or
big heart, small ego.
Yeah.
We need a peaceful place, not...
I think everybody wants a peaceful place, darling.
Yeah, but you got big egos that comes in, and alpha individuals that comes over and starts ruling and wanna... No, it's not happening.
That's why we're going to be crystal clear with the guidelines. So that's we're working on them as well. And we have looked at some guidelines in a community here that is working really good, a friend of ours. So we're looking at theirs and we're taking bits and pieces from other successful communities, but they live in a tighter kind of, you know, we don't want to have all the meetings and discussions and no, it's going to be an easier way, this. But still, under the same, we always have food and water. And
everybody has their place, their privacy, their thing. But with...
community spaces.
Yeah, and also with grown vegetable gardens and stuff where everybody can share and...
And then we can have all the English... Because I've always had, and I'm already involved in it, but to teach the local kids here English. Not me personally, because I'm not allowed. We can't do anything like that here in Indonesia with visas that we have. It's impossible. But to pay good English teachers here that are Indonesian and teach them English, because there's not a lot of kids here that get good English, because the local schools that they go to is not enough. And if the parents haven't got the money to pay extra private teachers in English, they don't pick it up, basically. That's the way it is. So, and it's not, I mean, we pay, I think 25 or 30 euros a month, and we have 5 kids at the moment, and every Sunday a teacher comes to their house. It's actually our staff's kids. And so I'm setting that up as well, and that's going to be, you know, the fun to involve the local kids around, and then in that way you also involve the adults and the parents and it's so fun. And I'm so grateful for Bali. Mama Bali is delivering so many beautiful things to us at the moment, and this island, and especially the people, I can't stop talking about them. How they are, how they walk in the, it's not, And they're so amazingly with their blessings that they do every day, but it's not kind of a religion here, it's more a lifestyle. And when you talk to the Balinese, they say the same. No, it's not a religion, we live this, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah, and they're not forced. I mean, because there's so many ceremonies and stuff, and I just feel, oh, poor people, they have
love
again.
it.
And then you speak to them, and they, no.
It's like how they socialize.
Yeah, that's what they like.
Yeah.
And then they have to work also. That comes like on us.
That's the second.
Oh,
They're
third.
Balinese first, then they work.
Mm.
I've asked them that.
No,
And they're
ceremonies first.
yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
being part of Balinese, I guess. Yeah.
Very much so. And also, here there's, no, but it's like small road signs, you know, like if you're in the Western world, it's like buy this, buy that, to buy. It's always about buying in the West almost. Here it's like beautiful sayings for no reason, you know, like absolutely, this sign must have been a lot of work for someone and a cost as well, and it has no gain for them, but it's just spreading beauty all over. I remember I saw one writing on a wall. It said, if you got more than you need, don't build a wall, bigger table.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's
the way to go.
Yeah, like there's the traffic in Canggu especially is brutal after they open up Bali. I mean, it's unbelievable. I don't think, if you haven't experienced it, it's an experience. And there are like thousands of people with scooters and cars. Everything is standing still. It's steaming hot, and then there's a sign, enjoy the traffic.
Yeah.
It's like, I haven't
can't do anything
I haven't
else,
seen
though.
road rage. I haven't. No swearing. No honking the horn. No.
But that's in the culture as well. They don't want to lose face.
Yeah, but what is the culture? The culture is in these cases that's beautiful.
Yeah.
You ask somebody how they're doing. They're really doing their absolute best. I have not heard complaining.
No.
I have not seen begging, even though they were almost starving out in the villages. Never did you see.
No, they're very proud people.
Yeah.
Very proud.
And
Yeah,
very
I
inspiring.
can't wait. And also be in nature in this way. I mean, it's... and when you talk to people that have been to Bali, normally... There's two different kinds. If you haven't been to Bali, you want to go. And if you've been to Bali, it's like, oh, I can go back. You know,
it depends on where you are, because if you go to Canggu and you stay there, you
like
think
we did the first time.
Oh God, it was
we were there
horrible.
4 days. Yeah, that was horrible. But if you give Bali a chance and not staying in the tourist area, it's just like Mallorca, I think. Mallorca, we were there 5 years. Some people, they go for a charter 2 weeks in Magaluf, and that's it. And that's just a little segregated hub of tourism and McDonald's and Starbucks and discos. And so,
Do you remember we went to Magaluf? We were learning, trying to learn how not to judge. So we specifically went to Magaluf with a lot of drunken English, I don't know where they came from. Many of them with a taste in clothes and styles and whatever that was not our style. So it was really, really funny.
We were going down there specifically to practice non-judgment. And seeing everybody. No, but listen, this is what happened. I remember it because we were reading a lot of Louise Hay at the time, I think. You Can Heal Your Life. That book we used so many years. But anyway, we were sitting down there and we said, let's go down. And we're just going to, everybody that passes us, we were sitting on kind of the main street in Magaluf, and it became evening. And we were just sitting there watching everybody, and we had one beer, and that was fine. You know, we were like, oh, look at this beautiful sister in her plastic dress. And and then we had 2 beers, and then we had 3. And then at the end, we were like, what the hell is she wearing? This stupid woman. No, not stupid, but we had so much fun. But practicing.
We completely failed when it came to non-judgment.
Yeah, but that, I mean.
But it was. I thought it was really interesting because I very much remember that pink plastic dress.
Yeah.
Because I thought it looked hideous in my eyes. But this young woman, I'm sure had spent a fortune on it, preparing to go to Magaluf, and had, I'm sure, walked around in hideous shops, in my opinion, and just like, which hideous dress am I gonna wear and make me really beautiful? It's just a matter of taste, isn't it? It was just like, I couldn't believe it when I saw her. And yet again, she had really dressed up. So who am I to judge?
Yeah.
Well, I did that night, but I remember her to this very day.
Yeah, it's fun to practice like that. But today I'm not, I mean, it's one, judging as well, I think it's from 1 to 10, because if I don't like the way she dressed, I'm not really judging her as a person. I'm just judging her outfits, and it's like, what the hell are you putting on, woman? I'm not, you know what I mean? It's a matter of taste. I'm not judging her entire being because I don't like what she's wearing.
Really?
Yeah. No. Well, maybe I did then, actually. Maybe I did then, but that's 20 years ago now.
So if somebody judges your clothes, how do you take it as a judgment just for what you're wearing, or a judgment of you?
It depends how it depends how, if somebody just screams at me.
Why would they scream at you?
But it's funny how I'm going to not say you, because this is how I function. If somebody says something bad, I remember we were in LA. We flew back from Hawaii, I think, and we had 1 or 2 nights in LA, or one night, and we were going on this Hollywood Boulevard with all the stars in the ground, and we were going buying trainers, and I go into this shop, and a guy in a wheelchair, maybe he was just pissed off and angry, because I don't know, and I had a really strong turquoise bandana around my head. See, this is, I don't know how many years this is ago. He just rose up to me and said, "Can you get it together, woman?" He was like, "Really? Who do you think you are with that bandana on your head? It's not your color." He was just really abusive. And because he was in a wheelchair,
he got away with it.
He got away with it. Otherwise, I'm pretty fast answering back. But he got away with it. And I walked away and I thought, what an asshole. And I didn't even defend myself, because I felt like, oh, he's in a wheelchair. I should maybe feel a little bit sorry for him or whatever. But it stayed in my head. I was like, and I've never worn a turquoise bandana since.
Why do you think you let it affect you?
I don't know.
So
it's many years ago now, though.
And you still
I'm
remember
different
it.
today. No, that's what I meant. Why does it stick in the memory as soon as somebody says something bad? I mean, it doesn't happen very often, but maybe once.
But I remember not that long ago, a friend came out with a comment about what you were dressing, and that really...
Yeah, that's not nice. That's not nice. I'm going to tell her, actually.
But
she's
is
a
that...
friend.
Do you take it personally, or do you take it, yes, this piece of cloth is this design, and maybe it's not likable?
No, it's just, no, I don't take it personally as such, but I think it's why even, yeah. Nice that you bring it up, because I am going to tell her, because she does that. Maybe you know who you are, darling.
Well, she told me as well, but for me it's...
Yeah, no, I'm going to tell her. She's a good friend, so she can take it.
She used to be a good friend.
No!
Who knows what's going to happen?
She doesn't know what she's in for. Anyway, beautiful friends out there, we're going to give it... we're going to wrap up and carry on working.
Rapping.
Working. We have so much to do around this project.
And I, when we say staff, it sounds like super luxury, which it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What we really love about having staff, we don't have staff here all the time, but we have people coming a few times in the week and helping us with things that is just amazing.
Cleaning.
Gardening. Oh God, it's so wonderful.
But we live in the third world.
I know, but what I'm saying is that we are, through us being so spoiled, we're actually helping also at the same time,
darling.
which is a win-win, which is
No,
amazing.
absolutely.
Because I always had a problem. No, I'm going to do it myself.
You
no.
don't have to make excuses because you have staff, darling.
No, but some people react against it. I used to react.
Does it matter?
I used to react, so I'm just saying.
Oh, I see.
And it's so wonderful here to make it a win-win.
Yeah.
Because, I mean...
I say to Ole, and this might sound really stupid, I'm going to share it anyway.
How kind of you.
I don't want to move ever. How am I going to live without my staff?
Yeah, but how spoiled does that sound?
No, it is, but I'm so grateful. You know how grateful I am. And we got even a friend of ours told us after the first year we were here, because we pay them a lot more than, because we just feel like, God, you know, and it is luxury. It is luxury, and I feel that, I don't want to be without it. And this is also a reason, because I said to my friend in Sweden, we talk a lot, I don't ever want to leave Bali, and growing old here in this country is luxury, because you have
everything.
You know, you have so many people around you for a small amount of money monthly that does all the maybe heavy things when you get older that you need help with. So that's...
But I tell you also, this island brings out the creativity in people.
Oh my God.
And here, I mean, we've been to parties where people are like, I think more than 90 and they're still rocking.
Still rolling.
It's like, oh my God, look at that. And like amazing, especially women here are so colorful. I mean, we're talking expats and so on, and so creative, and so everybody's so busy, even though they're in their 70s. It's sort of like they're so into painting or jewelry or designing.
Retirement here is a different thing than it is in the West, I feel.
don't even think
people here don't really retire in that way, but that's because they do really what they love doing. Jesus, we need to wrap up. I started.
Why?
So anyway, thank you for listening. And do comment and mail us with any ideas that you have around this, because we have a lot of work to do, but luckily we have amazing people around us that is helping us with this.
Yeah. We're also going to have a little system of where people can support the project without being directly involved. That's what we're going to set up.
Yeah.
So...
Thank you for listening and being here. And
Sama light.
Sama light, here we go. And as we say in Bali, and I keep saying to Ole, don't say it because people don't understand. But this episode...
Sampai jumpa.
Sampai jumpa, which means see you later.
Until we meet.
Well, yeah.
That's what it means.
You're going to be so specific. Anyway, thank you for listening. Thank you for being here.